Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about lipsticks. I've recently used up my favorite work lipstick. So the lipstick I used to wear to my office 4 times a week when I used to go there. And also this was the lipstick I've carried in my work bag. So this was the lipstick I reapplied throughout the day in my office, after a meeting, after morning coffee, after lunch, and just throughout the day. And once I've used it up, I've realized that I cannot repurchase it because it was discontinued. And so today we're going to just have a chill time in my bedroom, going through my lipstick collection, swatching them, talking about them, counting them. And we're going to go through what I've been using instead and what I've been loving, my fall lipsticks. And yeah, so it's just going to be a fun, chill time. All right, so this is where I store my makeup. I've used to store my makeup in this little cart. This is an IKEA cart, and if you've seen one of my previous video, you've seen my makeup being sorted in this. However, I've invested in a good quality closet. This is just the IKEA packs. You can design it the way that you want it to be, and I've decided to leave a place, like an empty space in here. I could have put in another shelf because it's modular. You can decide how it looks. I could have put another shelf in here, but I decided to leave this section open because I've been really enjoying it. I've been really enjoying it. I get dressed in the morning, and then I have my hair tools in here, and I have my jewelry that I put on once I get dressed. And as a final step, I have my makeup, and I also have my skincare basket. This is all the skincare that I'm using. I have nothing else. So I have my skincare basket, and then in there I have like underwear, bras, and stuff like that that I am using when I'm getting ready. So for lipstick, my entire lipstick collection is in this recycle candle jar. I just cleaned the extra wax that I had in there and repurposed it. And as you can see, the lipstick holder is overflowing. I do have a lot of lipstick. I feel like I can declutter, and I feel like I can narrow my lipstick collection even further. I'm not sure I'm going to do this today. I'm not sure if I will or if I not. But I do feel like I have a decent collection of them. And I actually would like to count them and see how many do I have. But first let's talk about the lipstick that I did use up. So the lipstick that I've used up, and I haven't saved it. I should have saved it to show you, but I just, once it was empty, I threw it away. It was the ColourPop lip lacquer in the shade Cabaret, which was this kind of muted brown, glossy but very pigmented type of gloss, and very sticky and gooey lip product. And I think that what I loved about it so much was it was a hybrid. It was a hybrid between a lipstick and a gloss. And I figured out that I don't really like matte lips anymore. I feel like it was a phase that I've went through, and I no longer resonate to that. And I no longer like lip glosses as well. I just like the perfect hybrid, the lustrous lipsticks that are pigmented, bullet lipsticks that are pigmented but also have some high shine to them. And so I do have a couple in here that I'm going to share with you. But first, let's talk about why I haven't repurchased my favorite lip product if I've used it up. Because one of my rules, and it's not something that I'm forced to do, but it's something that I allow myself to do, is that if I used up a product that I love, I can repurchase this. I can replace it. I can get another one, because clearly I loved it and used it and got my money's worth out of it. And so once I've realized I'm using my ColourPop lipstick app, I went to the ColourPop website in order to repurchase that. And then I realized that they stopped producing it. So this lipstick is discontinued, and basically I cannot repurchase this anymore. At the same time, I got like this gift card from my job. They give you on holidays, they give you this kind of gift card with money that basically you can use in multiple different stores. So you can use them in H&M, you can use them in MAC, you can use them in Zara, you can use them, it's loaded with money, and you can just use this money in which one of the shops that you want. And MAC was one of the shops that was included, and I just used up my favorite lipstick. So I thought, okay, I don't have anything similar to this in my collection, and I wanted to go out and repurchase something similar to it that will give me the same vibe in the office. So in a nutshell, I wanted something that is easy to put on, so I don't necessarily need a mirror. I can just slap it on in between meetings when I'm running out and I don't have a mirror. I knew that I could trust it. You know, it was a lipstick, a lip product that I knew that I could trust. I could take it out of the tube, quickly put this on, and run to the next meeting, and I loved that. It had pigment, it had shine, and that's all I wanted. And I wanted it to be like one product. I didn't want to have to use a lip liner with it, and I didn't want to fuzz with it. Like, for example, my Essence matte liquid lipstick, you have to be careful when you're applying them, right? You don't want to, it's going to be very visible if you're going out of line. But with something that is very easy and lustrous and just a hybrid between a lipstick and a lip gloss, the details don't really matter all that much. It's just going to look fine. You know, you can put it a little bit in the center of your lips and spread it out and just, you know, smack your lips together and then spread it out, and it's just going to look fine. And so I wanted something that is similar, something along those lines, and I have found several lipsticks that I love. But first, let's count how many products that I have as far as lipsticks. So I have, for MAC, I have 1, 2, 3. And then I have Revlon 1, 2, 3, so 6 lipsticks so far. Essence 2. And lip glosses 1, 2. And another lipstick. This is a local lipstick. And then I have 4 lip liners. And then, 5 lip liners. This is about to be used up soon because I wear it to the office quite often. And then I have 5 lip balm. Some of them are duplicate. And by the way, this is the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in Red Dahlia. I have another one of those in my office drawer, just tossed in there. And then I also have the Labello Cherry lipstick in my work drawer. So let's count how many do I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 proper lipsticks, and then the rest are glosses, tinted lip balms, and some pencils. So I wouldn't say that this is a terrible, a very large collection, but it's a decent collection, right? Like, it's a decent collection. There's a decent amount of lip products in here. So what I've been using instead of my favorite lipstick that I've used up is 2, and also I should show you, okay, no, stop. I'm going to talk to you about which lipstick I'm going to shop from now on. So obviously I've said that I'm not going to be repurchasing the very drying matte lipsticks, but I'm only going to be focusing on repurchasing 2 brands, MAC and Revlon. And the reason is I'm sick and tired of falling in love with products or like different shades, and I'm a very picky person. The name of my channel really represents me. I'm authentically refined, so I know what I love, and then I hone into that. I know what suits me, and then I hone into that. I'm very attentive to myself. I'm very aware of what I like and what suits me, as I mentioned, and I only go with that. And there's no reason for me to like dilly-dally, try different lipstick. I'm not a beauty girl. I'm not looking to try different looks, and I'm not going to experiment with lipstick. It's not my vibe. I have my full-time job and I have a full like busy life. I don't feel like experimenting. I want to have the greatest recipe of lipstick that I can get and only use those. And I don't like mixing these things up all that much. I do have a couple of options in here that I do like to use for so for example, you will see in here that I have a purple lipstick. For some reason, sometimes I feel like using a purple lipstick. I don't know why, but sometimes this is what I feel like using. So I have that option. Most people will not have purple lipstick. And so I feel like I have the entire set of options that I would love to have in here. I don't feel like I have the need to go out and experiment more. So why I'm using only, from now on, going to be buying only Revlon or MAC is because they usually have, if you go through bullets like this is like their OG, you know, timeless packaging that they have the same shades for years and years and decades. And I think, okay, this is Rum Raisin, and I'm sure you've heard about this lipstick at least once in your life if you're into the beauty community. And also this is, for example, Fairy and Ice, which was one of their first lipstick that they came out with. And this is Berry Doll. I'm trying to say that MAC and Revlon have the same lip shades and the same lip formulas for years, for decades. And for a person like me who kind of fixate on the shade that they love, and they don't want to fuss around and they don't want to spend money on trying different things until they find their perfect shade, brands like this are perfect for me. They are stable. I have, it's in a bad condition, but I have the MAC Whirl lip liner. I've used this shade since I was 23. I'm almost 36 now. And there's something to be said about finding a shade that you love and keep on going to that time and time again. I have the same thing with perfume. If you've seen one of my recent videos about perfume, I have my light blue perfume from Dolce & Gabbana that I've been using for many years, and I've been going through several bottles of it because I know what works for me and I like to stick to it. So that's why I'm going to only stick to my two favorite brands that are very stable as far as shade, as far as packaging, and as far as scent of the bullets, and as far as the texture, and as far as, you know, price range. They're just very predictable, and I love that in my life. I love that everything is so chaotic, and so if I find something to rely on, like my favorite lipstick that I can repurchase time and time again, and I don't go to a Colourpop website and then discover that the lipstick that I love is discontinued, I find it to be reassuring. I just love it, okay? I just love it. Okay, so the lipstick I've been using the most for my office, I have two, actually. And these are these two. So the first lipstick that I've been loving using to the office, and it has kind of a funny name. Well, the name is not funny, it's just funny that I bought it for the office and then the name kind of hits. This is the MAC lipstick in the shade 544 Business Casual. And this is why I said that it's funny, because I do wear it to the office. Obviously, this is why they intended, this is why it called it that way. So this is, let me swatch it for you. Such a gorgeous shade. So I'm not sure that my bedroom lighting is making it justice. I'll try to move so you'll see better. But yeah, you can, first of all, you can see the shine, you can see how lustrous this is, and I think yeah, it actually says lustrous on the packaging. So they have different, so MAC have different packages for different kind of lipstick. They have a matte, I'll show you. See how the packaging here is a bit different? No, you can't see. They have a matte formula that comes in a matte packaging, and then this is like their lustrous lipstick that is different. So it's it comes in a shiny packaging. So this is the perfect go-to office lipstick that you could ask for. It's funny, I bought it and then this was the last one remaining in the store, and the seller told me like, oh, this has been huge on TikTok, and I don't even have a TikTok, so I used to actually, but I deleted it because it was such a time waste. So I'm not even on TikTok. I didn't know it was trending. I just swatched it in the store in like a MAC counter, and I loved it, and I thought it was perfect for my office, and this is why I bought it. I didn't even know it was a thing. It has some red tone and some brown tone and some shimmer in it, and it's just the most perfect product to throw on, even in between meetings, when you're in a hurry, when you don't have a mirror next to you. It's just the most perfect lipstick to have and to throw on for a day-to-day office workhorse. And I've been truly loving and appreciating this lipstick. I am very happy to have it. I'm very happy to have it. So sometimes it's a good thing that the products that you used to love are discontinued, because if I, that was like a $5 lip lacquer. And if I would have repurchased that, if it was available, I would have repurchased that, and then I would never go to a MAC counter and swatch this, and I would never find this. Next lipstick is by Revlon, and it is an OG classic, and that is the Rum Raisin lipstick. So this is the one that I have up here. It's a little bit darker and a little bit, now that I'm seeing it next to my the other one, my Business Casual by MAC, it seems almost purpley, but it doesn't seem like this when I put it on my lips. It does seem like a dark mauve brown, but I just feel extremely sexy when I put this on, and people give me compliments about a lipstick, which is not something that usually happens. And I feel like it's a great, if you're into like matching your lipstick or your makeup into the season, I feel like it's a really great fall lipstick. I'm not doing that. I'm not matching my lipsticks or my makeup to the season. I just, whatever I gravitate towards that morning, I put on. If this is what I want in mid-July, then this is what I want in mid-July. I don't really care about those kind of things, but if you are, I feel like you really enjoy. But if you are, I feel like you'll really enjoy this kind of shade. So that has been beautiful. It matches my skin very, very nicely. If you are curious about my skin, maybe you have something similar. My foundation, like the perfect shade for me, is the Fit Me foundation by Maybelline, and my shade is 110. So maybe if you have a similar skin tone to mine, that is more towards the fair side of skin tone, then I think you'll absolutely enjoy it. But I can also vision it looking wonderful on dark skin. My mom has a very dark skin, much darker than mine, several shades darker. She's literally brown, and I'm, as you can see, this is me being tanned. I think this will look beautiful on her as well. So I would say go to a store and swatch it. I think you'll be really surprised. And this is very affordable as well. So it's really well used and really well loved. And I'm just very happy to own it. Next two lipsticks that I've been loving to combining when I'm wearing them to the office. One is new and one I've had for many years. And they're both from MAC. And when I'm putting them on and when I'm combining them, I feel very cinematic. I feel like a old Hollywood glam, not in a retro vintage way, but in a cinematic glamour way. Hopefully that makes sense. So I've been loving combining these two, and I'm going to show you how they look together in a minute with my Essence lip liner. So my Essence lip liner is this one that is called Deeply Intoxicated. And it is this beautiful brown. Let's go to the light. It's a beautiful brown that has a little bit of red in it, but so subtle, so deep, so muted. And it has this kind of mysterious allure to it when I put the sun on it. As I said, all of this lipstick that you're going to see in today's video that I'm going to be swatching on my hand, they make me feel like I have this special allure in me. And it's all about how you feel. Maybe the people that see me in the office don't really notice the different facets of red or brown lipstick that I have, and they don't really see that I'm wearing anything different than what I wore yesterday. But I feel like I'm looking very pretty and very magnetic and very cinematic, and I think that this is what matters. Doesn't matter what other people think of you, and it matters what other people think of you, because you're working together and you want to be respected and cared for. But I love what I love, and what makes me feel good is what I'm going to be wearing, even if they don't feel like there's a difference. I'm doing this for myself. So this is Deeply Intoxicating lip liner from Essence. Highly recommend. And then I like to mix these two lipsticks. This one is Russian Red by MAC, which is a red, and this one is Paramount by MAC. So let me show you both of them, and then I'm going to show you how they look when they're mixed. So the one up top is Russian Red. Underneath it we have Paramount, which is a brown, a really dark gothic almost brown. And then in here I have the mix of both of them. it's my favorite lip combo, but I don't bring all of the three. You know, I don't bring to work with me all of the three lipsticks. So I have two lipstick and one lip liners. I don't bring them with me. I'll make this kind of concoction, or I kind of mix them and put them on in the morning before I leave to the office. And then the only one that I do bring with me, if I wore this combo that day, is rum raisin, and it kind of gives me the same effect. It's very similar to Paramount, as you can see, but it's a little bit reddish, and that kind of gives me the result I was looking for when I mixed it with the Russian red. On special business day, like when I know that I'm going to see a lot of important people, or I'm going to be in a lot of staff meetings, and I'm just going to see a huge chunk of people, and when I want to invest a little bit more and just feel like the best version of myself, I will bring this trio with me to the office, and then I'll mix it in the bathroom. But when I just want to be casual and simple, I'm wearing one of those two. I'm wearing Warm Raisin by Revlon, and then I'm wearing my Business Casual by MAC. And this is what I have on usually. So I feel like I found my favorite lipsticks, and I feel like for years and years to come, I'll be probably sticking to these lipsticks. How many do I have there? I have 4, right? Because I have, 3 MAC and 1 Revlon. So I feel like for many, many years to come, I will not feel the need to switch things up all that much. We'll see. I mean, everything, I reserve the right to change my mind, obviously, but I feel like I have enough lipsticks to keep me going. And in spring and summer, if I want something a little bit more poppy, I do have my Fairy and Ice by Revlon, which is drastically different. It's a little bit more orange, it's a little bit more vibrant. I don't go through those all that often. It looks a little bit weird. I left it in my work bag, and when I was driving, this probably fell out of my work bag, and then this was roasting in my car in the sun, so it's a little bit melted, but it works just fine regardless. I'll swatch it for you so you can see the difference. So this is what we have up here. Can you see how incredibly bright this is compared to the rest of them? This is so much more orangey, very youthful, very bright, I guess. It's not really me. It's not really what I like, but I have the option in case I want to. I feel like my favorite, like my ideal lipstick will be the shade of my nails. So this is my favorite type of red, which is like a deep, it's not really burgundy because there's no purple in it, but you know, it's not a bright red. It's a really classic, timeless type of red. And this, do you know a lipstick in this shade? I mix them in order to find something similar, but do you know which lipstick? I just said that I don't need any more lipstick and I feel like I'm sorted. But do you know a lipstick in the shade of my nail polish? Because I would really, really love to find one. Specifically, if it comes from a brand that I love, which is either MAC or Revlon. I can do L'Oreal, like the classy L'Oreal lipstick bullet as well. If they don't change their formula all that much. I actually love the L'Oreal lipstick smell. I feel like they're very old-fashioned, but in a good way, in my opinion. A couple more things that I have my only nude lipstick. This is the new one. This is the newest lipstick in my collection, and I thought that I would like to have a nude lipstick, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like I look dead in it, but I did research the shade before I bought it. So this is Bare It All. It looks like nothing on my lips. I'm not sure what to do with it, because sometimes I just want something easy or muted on my lips but better, not. But if I want my lips but better, wouldn't I use Business Casual? I could just use Business Casual from MAC. I don't know. I've never had like a proper nude lipstick. I've never ever had. I always had different shades of reds and browns and purples. Never like the classic simple nude, and I wanted to get one just to try. I'm 36, never had one. It's ridiculous. I'm not sure I'm convinced. I'm not sure I'm sold on it. Maybe it's this specific lipstick shade, or maybe it's just the nude lipstick vibe doesn't really speak to me. I don't know. I'll experiment a little bit more with this and I'll tell you. And if I find myself like a month or 2 or 3 from now, I'm not using it, then I'll give it to one of my cousins, I'm sure. I've recently decluttered some of my makeup collection, and I gave some of my makeup to my cousins and aunts, and they really, really loved it, and they were happy about it. They kind of snatched it. And so I know that I have someone to give it to in case I don't want it. But yeah, I'll keep it for now. It's not much. I mean, it's nothing. I'm not sure. Okay, and then in here, my lip balm I do love and keep. I love those. Yeah, okay, so you see, if I need my lips but better, I'll use the Burt's Bees in the shade Fig. This is the swatch of it right here. It's a really pretty shade, quite similar to Business Casual, much cheaper. And yeah, it's similar, a bit lighter. Actually, so similar. So similar in texture and in shade. Okay, so if you're looking for a cheaper version of the MAC Business Casual, try the Burt's Bees in Fig. It's a bit more purpley than the Business Casual, which is a little bit more brown nude, or even a little bit reddish. The Burt's Bees is a little bit more purpley, but still it looks very similar on the lips. This is surprising. This is the e.l.f. lip balm, which, okay, it's purple, and I really love that when I put this on. Sometimes this is all I want to wear. I have this thing. I sometimes want to wear this, but it looks good when I apply it. It looks very, you know, shiny and pretty and healthy. A couple of hours later, I go to like my office bathroom mirror, and I see that I look dead or sick. Once it started to fade, there's something about this that when it fades, it starts to make me look dead and sick, and I feel like it's an embarrassing look. Like you had like this wardrobe accident or makeup accident. Like, why would you put something like that? Don't you realize it makes you look sick? I'm not sure. So this is a confusing product. I sometimes contemplate declutter it, but then next morning I would want to put this on, and I gravitate towards that. So I'm not sure. I feel like I feel like I should declutter it because it's not all that ideal. If you look in the mirror on your own self a couple of hours later after you applied it, and it makes you look worse, then you shouldn't be keeping it. But then what will I use instead when I want a purple? Should I use the Burt's Bees? So this is on the chopping block of declutters because I don't think it's ideal. Also on the chopping blocks of declutter, I don't really like lip glosses. I bought it a couple of years ago when I was still, you know, experimenting with makeup and trying to figure out what is my style and what is it that I like. I don't like lip glosses, so this is the NYX Butter Gloss lip gloss in the shade Tiramisu. It's pink. I don't like wearing pink on my lips. I don't like wearing pink on my lips. I don't like wearing pink on my lips. So maybe I'll give that to one of my cousins. I'm not decluttering them yet, but I'm just keeping them here for a mental note that maybe they'll go in one of my next declutters. And then I have my purple lipstick that I love. This is a purple lipstick that I'm not giving up. This is a purple lipstick from a local brand. I'm sorry, a purple lip gloss from a local brand that I actually really love. And sometimes when I put this on, I feel really good. So I'm just going to keep it for now. Actually, something tells me to declutter these because I found my favorite. This will be on the chopping block as well. This is my Nude from Revlon. But I found my favorites. This could be also, all of these are also my favorites. My lip balms, I'm not going to declutter those. I love them. Tinted lip balms. So something tells me, like, when was the last time that I did gravitate towards that? It was a long time ago, I feel like. Right? When did I? I don't remember, but I don't remember. I don't remember when was the last time I gravitated towards them. They used to be like my go-to favorite purple. But now I have, you know, the other shades that I love. So I'm going to put them in here, not because I want to declutter them, because I'm not sure about them. That's all there is. And then these two. This one I want to keep. This is very different from all the rest that I have. So this is like a dark 90s baddie brown grayish nude lipstick, but it still has a lot of pigment that doesn't make me look dead. There's something that makes me feel bad, but bad in a good way, like a baddie, and I like that. I don't like the formula. Maybe, you know what I can do? Let's swatch these two together, one on top of another. Hold on. Okay, so this is the essence that I just swatched. I'm going to wait a moment for it to dry, so I can swatch my Revlon on top of it and see how it's like. I'm actually curious. This could be a really good combo. In the meantime, while it's drying, I'm going to talk about the other one that I have from Essence, which is the same formula, and this is Pink Blush. I find it really hard for me to make pink lipsticks work for me, and this was the only pink lipstick that made me feel okay. Like when I put this on my face, I feel like it kind of works and it kind of looks okay. And it's not something that was easy to find, however. And one of my friends also has this lipstick. I saw her in a party and she had this on, and I told her, what you have on your lips is the Pink Blush lipstick from Essence, right? The liquid matte lipstick. And she was like, yeah, how did you know? And I told her I have the same one. And so I'm contemplating if I should get rid of it or keep it. I don't gravitate towards it ever. Like I don't ever go to it because I don't like wearing pink lipsticks. It's just not my vibe. I like my red and my brown. That's what I like. And my kind of nudish, the business casual, my lips but better kind of shades. I don't like pink and I don't like matte lipstick. So I feel like maybe I should give that to one of my cousins and let them enjoy it, because I feel like this could be a shade that they would wear. But this is the only pink that I have in my collection that is not a gloss. I have this gloss, but it's a very similar, a very different products. Maybe I can mix them both together. Let's try that as well. But okay, let's go back to trying the nude on top of my essence. Okay, this is how they look together. What do you think? So the question is, will I actually wear it, or is it just nice to play with? I don't think I will. But I don't think that I have it in me to declutter it yet. Let me try this combo next to see if it's something that I might be wearing. But like, also, this is 2-step lipsticks. I have my 3-step lipstick that I talked to you about, which is this is the final result of it. But it makes me feel wow. So for me, it's worth the 3-step lipstick. Day to day, I really like my Rum Raisin or my Business Casual because it's just one swipe and go. If I have to be very particular about it, I'm not sure I would want to use it. I don't like fussing around with things too much. We have busy lives, you know, busy work days, working from the office. It's not. Let's try. Okay, so this is just a pink lipstick. Very pretty, I think. Doesn't mean that I'll wear it, but I feel like it's very pretty. And then I'm waiting for it to dry out so I can put my lip gloss on top. Okay, I have applied my NYX Butter Gloss lip gloss in Tiramisu on top. Do I like it? Yes. Do I want to wear it? No. Do I feel like wearing it? No. Because look at this beautiful shade. Look at this beautiful shade that I've mixed together. Can this really compete with that? I know they have different vibe, but I'm not this kind of a sweet, cute, pretty little girl who likes pink. I'm not against pink. There are people who totally rock it. I'm just not that girl. I'm so much more vampy, you know, cinematic, femme fatale. No, I'm not saying that I'm femme fatale, but you know, the type of energy that is different. So again, the combination looks so pretty, but you know what I'll do? Look. Okay, so I've split my collection into two. These ones are an absolute keep. These are going nowhere. I love them. And these ones are on the chopping block. You know what I want to do? I want to put these in my cup, like in my makeup cup, and then in my collection. And then those I want to set aside in a different cup. And I want to focus on trying them in the next like week or two going to the office. I would like to make myself try them, the different combination on my lips in different days, and see if I still like them or dislike them, and then that way I can make a decision about keeping them or not, because there's something in me just want to keep my absolute favorite. There's a plethora of lipstick or lip products in here that I feel like if I wear them, they'll be, oh my god, they'll be more than enough, and I love them. There's even like the Audible in here, the Fire and Ice, that is not my cup of tea, but it will help mix things up if I want to, which is the bright orange red over here. So yeah, let's put these in here, and then those I'll set aside in a different cup so we can try them out. Here we've got yet another recycled candle that I've cleaned and can serve us for this. So let's put all of those. They fit perfectly. So these ones are to try out, and these ones are staying, going nowhere. My favorites. Okay, what do you think? Let's put them in my makeup collection. Okay, so those are up front, so I'll remember to try them and I'd go and not fall back on my favorites. I feel like all of them will be decluttered eventually. all of, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 products. All of them are probably going to go, but I'm actually do like the baddie lipstick by Essence that make me feel like a bad 90s. So that was it for today. Hopefully you had a fun time having a chit chat with me, just spending time in my bedroom in my day off talking about my lipstick. If you did like it and enjoy it, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you have a recommendation for a lipstick that matches my nail polish, because I think I would love that very much, specifically if it's from a brand that I like. So thank you. I'll see you in the next time. Bye bye.